Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, James Gunn's Superman is out in theaters now, and it's performing relatively well. I went and saw it on Sunday. I've got a friend of mine who's going over the weekend. If you haven't had the chance to see the movie, this is your chance to turn off the video, because major spoilers or plot points for the movie will be included in this video, because we're talking about retcons. People changing an established story to fit their new telling of the story. Sometimes it doesn't have to be big characters changing. Sometimes it's just a new gun was invented or a new tank was invented. Sometimes it's a major change that offers no huge consequences. I think namely would be like the female custodies in Warhammer 40k. It is a huge change to that established lore, but overall, as far as the narrative goes or what that changes for what's happening in that world, nothing really has changed. And you could say the same about this Superman retcon. In this new Superman movie, Superman is sent with a message from his birth parents. Those, of course, being the Kryptonians, Jor-El and Lara Zor-Van. The movie hinges around this message because there is a back end of it revealing that they want Superman to take over Earth. They want him to rule Earth, basically make a new Krypton because Krypton is being destroyed. That Earth will make him much stronger than he normally would be, and he'll be able to take over the planet easily. A lot of people have gripes about this because, it's the Viltrumites. It's just another super-powered alien race that takes over every planet that they go to. But I don't think it's that simple. The Viltrumites were an empire. This seems like it was a Hail Mary one-shot attempt on their part. Certainly an evil thing to do, to suggest taking over an entire planet because they're not as sophisticated or civilized as you. This was a major plot point for the Superman movie as well. That needed to be in the movie for it to work, because that's what Lex Luthor uses to turn people on Superman, to turn them off on the idea of this perfect human who's saving all of us all the time. And for anybody who's griping about it, who wants to say that that wasn't real or it was hacked or it was a deep fake that Lex Luthor did, no. That was the real message. That is what Superman's parents sent with him to Earth. Now, the normal story with Superman's parents is that they were good people. They were noble, they were wholesome, they wanted Superman to have the best life. They were not a warmongering people, or at least Superman's birth parents were not. Initially, they just wanted their son to have the best life. They knew their planet was doomed, so they sent him somewhere so he could live a fulfilling life and be the best he could be. Now, if this sounds familiar to you, the story of an alien whose planet is about to be destroyed and his parents send a one last ditch effort to send their son to a good planet where he can survive and be strong, that's because, yes, this does sound a lot like the Dragon Ball intro for Goku. I do understand that. And what's really funny about this, too, is this retcon is basically the reverse of what happened to Bardock. Initially, Goku's intro into this is they're putting him in this capsule to send him to Earth so he will dominate it. So his Saiyan coding will overwrite, and he'll take over the planet as he gets older and stronger. But of course, Goku hit his head. That made him, autistically battle trained. And then he got raised by Grandpa Gohan, especially. That's the most important part. That made him a good boy. The retcon of Bardock in later Dragon Ball material shows that he just wanted Goku to be healthy and happy and to live a good life and to not really take the whole take over the planet thing serious. Basically, do the things that you want, live a good life, take care of people, and be happy. That's what he wanted for Goku. I find it very funny that these two aliens, their origin story of their planets and being sent to Earth, basically have just swapped in the time of their creation. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, the whole point of these characters is, yes, they are very strong. Yes, they are extraterrestrially powerful. But the people who raised them on Earth, the ideals, the morals that were instilled in them here, is what made them good. Even with Dragon Ball, Vegeta has become more human than Goku, I would say, because of his time on Earth, because of the morals that humans have given him. Of course, having a wife and being a family man probably helped him a lot with that, but I digress. I love a story about an extraterrestrial coming to Earth and humans telling him what it means to be a human and everything working out in the end. Some retcons are really bad, though, make no sense, don't really move the plot forward at all, don't really benefit anything and change the world in such a way that it makes it so drastically different you don't want to engage with it anymore. And I understand that. Not all retcons are created equal. But this one especially, I don't really have a problem with it. If you do, let me know what your problems with it are. But I guess until the next time a well-established story has its introduction changed to better suit the writer's needs, y'all try to have a good day.